Hi everyone, Spider-Man 1991 here on DarkAvengerINCPlus, where today I'm going to be reviewing Batman number 21, the first part to the 0-year story arc written by Scott Snyder for the regular Batman title. Okay, this isn't the actual, this is actually the cover for the digital combo. I actually decided to get the digital combo for Batman for this arc only because I figured, I might have to reference. I figured, this seems like Scott Snyder's a good writer. Also, his work on Batman's been great. I've been telling people about it, and most of the time I just take my comics and put them in a plastic bag, put them in a box, never really open them again. So I figured for this arc only, I'd get the digital versions just so I could share them with some friends if they ever wanted to read them. Okay? Now, I will be talking about the plot in detail, so there will be spoilers. If you want, just fast forward this video until you see me hold the cover up again, because that will be the sign that I'm done talking about the plot. Okay? Alright, first off, the issue opens up 6 years ago in Gotham City, and we see that Gotham's pretty much like an abandoned wasteland, kind of like an abandoned city you'd see in almost every zombie apocalypse movie. And it shows everything's run down, the subway's like flooded, fish are living in it, and then we cut to this little boy who's just caught a couple of fish, but then he's getting attacked by some scavengers. Then Batman shows up, and Batman's just kind of like pretty much like post-zombie apocalypse too. Like he's got a crossbow, pretty much all his equipment, like a backpack, cargo pants and stuff. He still has his mask, and he's riding on like a motocross bike. Then we cut to 5 months before this. To 5 months before the rundown Gotham City, and we see Bruce Wayne, who's in a disguise. He's not dressed up as Batman. He's just like wearing a fake person mask, and he's just saved a truckload of hostages from the Red Hood gang. And we see and then we cut after Bruce saves the hostages. He's back in his townhouse in Crime Alley, because if you read Batman number 0, you know that at this point Bruce, he's not Batman yet, and also he's living, rather than living in Wayne Manor, he's living in a townhouse near Crime Alley, just to remind him why he's doing this, to remind him that his parents died here, just to kind of keep him motivated and stuff. And when he's done training and he's about to go leave the townhouse, he finds his Uncle Philip, his mother's sister. I'm sorry, his mother's brother. God. Anyways, Philip explains that Philip takes Bruce to see the new Wayne Enterprises building and explains to him that he's been running Wayne Enterprises, and now he's recently merged it with his family's company, Kane Materials, and he believes that Bruce can now run the new merged company, but Bruce refuses. And also, I should have mentioned this, but when Bruce was training with Alfred, he mentions that for his mission, it's better off that Bruce Wayne remain legally dead for this. And now Philip pretty much wants him to run this new corporate empire, but Bruce refuses. And then later that night, we see that Philip is speaking to a special consultant he has, who is revealed to be Edward Nygma. And when Kane says that Philip Kane is worried about the Red Hood gang, that the Red Hood gang is going to try to take over this company and take him out, and Nygma says that, pretty much tells him that the only way he can probably fix all this is if he kills Bruce Wayne. And also throughout the main story, we get a flashback to a young 7-year-old Bruce who visits his father, who's working on a car in his garage in Wayne Manor, and Thomas Wayne shows him this sort of spherical 3D camera that if you put it into an unknown area, it will sort of record its surroundings. Then later it can map out a 3D model of what's in there. So, and then we have Bruce taking the camera, and he's about to toss it right down a cave near Wayne Manor. So it's obviously going to become the Batcave. And also and pretty much that's where the main story on the issue ends, with young Bruce about to map out the cave. And also our backup reveals that we do get a backup feature in this issue, which I guess the backups for this story arc are going to chronicle what Bruce did when he was traveling the world. In this case, we learn how he learned how to basically drive to outrun the police and stuff. Okay, Batman 0 Year. Gotta admit, good start. obviously this is going to be similar to year one. This is going to be Batman starting out. However, it's called, I think technically it's called 0 year because Bruce isn't Batman yet. Okay, this is like right before he decides to wear a mask and become a symbol to help protect the city. What I do find interesting is that Bruce isn't wearing the and I think one of the most interesting aspects of this story is how Bruce says that he's choosing to remain legally dead because he doesn't want to be Bruce Wayne because he believes that's a distraction for him. He wants to just focus clearly on his mission. That's all. And we can still, and also he really doesn't have, he still has some of the gadgets left, but not a lot. And I think that's one of the and he has no interest in his family's company. He just wants to focus on his mission. That's what we're getting at with Bruce. Like, nothing matters. And the story arc is obviously going to explain why Bruce needs to have a secret identity, why he needs to wear the Batman costume, all that stuff. So far, I think this issue does a good job on that, opening it up, sort of giving us this whole state of where Gotham is right now. Right now, it's being pushed. Right now, we see that Gotham is almost under the control of the Red Hood gang. Obviously, the leader might become the Joker later. We don't know for sure. And we do see that apparently something causes Gotham to go into a whole state of abandonment, which we saw at the beginning of this issue. I want to know more about that. And this is kind of the same thing that I had with Superman Unchained, is that it creates, for your first issue, you get this whole unanswered questions that you really want to know more about, and it really makes you want to read the rest of this. And I think that's good for this issue. Let's think here. What else did I like about it? Oh yeah, the backup feature was nice, though. I do like how, if the backup features are going to sort of explain what Bruce was doing when he was traveling the world, I think that's another great addition to this arc. Very nice. Also, the 0 year. I don't know about the whole young Bruce Wayne flashback. I mean, it might make sense if we actually see him getting ready to explore the cave. I mean, it might have made more sense if we had the flashback in the issue, if, like, say, we get to the part of the arc where Bruce decides to go back to Wayne Manor and live in the cave there. But obviously nothing. And still we get to see that, obviously, Bruce isn't by himself in this. He's also got Alfred, he's got his Uncle Philip, who's really wants Bruce to take over the company rather than, who has no idea about what he's really doing. So, we got some new characters. We got hints of some character, about a few more characters such as the Red Hood and Edward Nygma, what their role is going to be in all this. I have a feeling that somehow Nygma might be behind the whole Gotham being abandoned thing. I get the strong feeling that he's going to be a major role in that. Yeah, but overall, I'd say if you like Scott Snyder, if you love Scott Snyder's work on Batman so far, you definitely need to read this. And fans of Batman Year One, I would definitely recommend you start reading this. And everyone else, though, who hasn't read comics but they love Batman, this is the start of a new arc, so obviously good jumping on point for you. Especially since this is going to be kind of explained to us how Bruce Wayne became Batman. So there's that too. Yeah. So overall, I would say Batman 21, very nice, highly recommend it. Okay, that's it for me. Thank you for watching this video. Thank you for subscribing to Dark Avenger Inc. Plus. Spider-Man 1991, saying see you later.